Hey guys, it's Justin Goodber here with Financially Simple. So as you may know, on Thursdays and Fridays here at the office, I typically go on Facebook Live and I do a video, and it's everything from, for recently we've been dealing with Shark Tank. Sometimes we deal with just Ask Justin questions, right? So I'm at my desk. I'm not in the studio right now. I'm actually at my desk, and I want to share a conundrum with you. Something that I've been personally struggling with. So I deal with finances all day long, deal with money for folks. But you know, there's an old saying, the cobbler's kid's shoes are never shod. In other words, those of us who deal in certain professions, we often work with so many other folks that when it comes to our personal lives, we neglect ourselves. I'm at the position right now where I need to buy a new vehicle. I have to buy a new vehicle. A new to me vehicle, and I'm debating whether or not I should purchase a brand spanking new car, 2018 or 19 model vehicle, or a used vehicle. Now, before you jump on my case, I'm going to tell you that I have written blog posts about only buy used vehicles. I've written those. I tell clients to buy used vehicles. My mother, I actually told her to buy a 2015 car versus a brand new vehicle. Most people don't listen to me, including my mother. So here I am looking at the car purchasing area right now. I'm going to turn this way because I love this quote here, Man in the Arena, it's just like it. So anyways, I'm looking at the new car market right now, and I'm in the market for a crossover. So our family's at the position where a car doesn't work for me. And we have a big truck that is super cool, and Emily drives it. We use it for a number of things. But right now, I need a new vehicle. And so I'm thinking about a crossover. So I'm looking at the marketplace, right? So you have Ford and Chevys. So I looked at like the Chevy, I think it's Traverse. I just don't like it. I looked at the Ford Edge. Not a bad vehicle as far as looks go. I like the look of it. But one of my clients who I trust very much, who runs a very large operation repairing cars, says, Justin, not a good one. You're going to have to sink some money into it in about 4 or 5 years. So I was like, okay, well, thanks for the advice. He was telling me about the motor and some things, and, you know, so be it. But I listened to the guy because I trust him. So, hey, Brad, how are you doing, bud? So anyways, I was talking to one of my clients, and he said, hey, Justin, don't buy the Ford. Like, okay. So maybe then should I go buy the Altima? So if I'm looking at, I've got the Chevy, the Ford, the Toyota. The Toyota is the Highlander, is the series that probably fits best for us. The Nissan Murano, which is what I currently have. It's been a decent vehicle, except that we're running to some issues at about 100 and some thousand miles right now. And I noticed my screen just went off behind us. Check that out. So we're going to turn it back on because I want you to see we got a YouTube channel here that I'm all the time shooting videos on, and there's the blog. So anyways, so I'm looking at the Ford, the Chevy, the Toyota, the Nissan, and the Honda. So I looked at the Honda CR-V and I looked at the Honda Pilot. I'm not a fan of those. I don't like them. The Nissan Murano is okay. I don't have any issues with it. I had the Murano now, and I like the Toyota Highlander. A little bit longer than what I'd like, but it's okay. And then the Ford and the Chevy. So I eliminated the Chevy. I'm just not a fan of the look of that vehicle. I don't really want another Murano. Nothing wrong with the car. It's just I just don't know if I want another one. So that leads me down to Ford, Toyota, those two. So I went and looked at the Ford, and the Ford, a nice little vehicle. Got some friends who have the Edge, but one of my clients said, hey, Justin, who deals with this stuff every day, is like, Justin, don't do this. So I looked at the Ford, and I looked at the Toyota. So then I went to pricing. A 2015, 2016 used vehicle with less than 30,000 miles on it are about $30,000 to $36,000. That's a lot of money. A brand new vehicle is about $4,000 to $6,000 more, depending on what make and all that stuff. So my requirements is it has to be all-wheel drive because we live on a slippery road. It has to have leather. I know I can buy cloth, put leather in there. I've already got pricing. It's about $1,000. So if I find something with cloth, I can get leather put in there for about $1,000, $1,200. I need to be somewhat fuel efficient because I drive about 60 to 70 miles a day. I'm in the car a lot. Outside of that, all-wheel drive, I want it to be white or silver, right? White or silver, because we live on a gravel road and the dust comes up in the back of the car. So when I drive down, it looks like I came from the country. Literally, I did. So I'm looking at these. These Toyota Highlanders or this Ford Edge, and I've even looked at the Murano, and all these cars, like with 30,000 miles, 40,000 miles, are $30,000 to $35,000. They're just crazy. And a new vehicle is about $6,000 more. So then I looked at the pricing, I looked at interest rates, and I said, okay, well, I know I can qualify for 0% interest. I can do that. But if the games these dealerships play, whether or not you use 0% interest or 2 or 3 or 4% interest, it's about the same amount of money at the end of the day. I could pay cash for the car. I can. I don't want to. I don't want to give up cash right now. Cash is king with some of the things we're dealing with in business and the markets, et cetera. I just don't want to pay cash. So I'm going to finance the car. Yeah, I'm going to finance the car. I'm going to put a lot of money down. I'm thinking about putting $10,000, $15,000 down on the car and then financing a small portion for like 3-4 years, something like that, just to spread some cash out. So I'm thinking of all these different ideas, and I come to the question of, should I or should I not buy a new car? And that's the question I'm wrestling with, So in my mind, I say, no, don't buy a new car. But mathematically, you're talking $7,000 difference between a used car and a new car. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this. I know it has to be white silver. I know it has to have all-wheel drive because of the road we live on, the way I go hunting all the time. I got to have all-wheel drive. I'd prefer leather. I know I can buy cloth. I can put leather in there for about $1,000, $1,200. I know that. I've already got the pricing on it. I prefer things under 30,000 miles. So I realize that I drive about 30,000 miles a year, so I'm really giving up about 1 year. So if I find something in that 1 year, on that 3 or 4 year old price range at 30,000 miles that has those criteria, I could pick it up. But there's only like a $6,000 to $8,000 difference. So I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to ask you guys, what would you do? Would you buy new or would you buy used? Hey, y'all instruct me for once. I'm often the teacher. I'm often dealing with financial things. I'm actually stumped. I've stumped myself. So for those of you just watching, look, on Thursdays at 4:30 in the afternoon, I have a Stump Justin time. If you have any questions that you want me to try to address financially, if you can stump me, there's a gift that the team will send out to you. But ask any questions you want. Shoot me an email, justin@financiallysimple.com, and I'll address it on the Thursday show. If you're able to join us live on Thursdays, hey, take a look at it, and we'll get there and we'll answer any financial questions you may have. Guys, until next time, life is hard. Picking out cars, money can be frustrating. It doesn't have to be. Let's continue to make our lives at least financially simple. Y'all continue to make it a great week.